customers can sample cheese made with his wife's breast milk. As people have gotten wind of his experiment, some have demanded a taste, and some have been totally freaked out. You know you're gonna have creepy guys that are gonna come and be like, I'd like some of that yummy breast milk cheese. And that's what we see on every sitcom. King of Queens, fat guy, kind of ugly, but he's got a personality, so he gets a hot babe.
That's true, though.
Raymond, there's nothing special about Raymond. It's a lot easier for the guys to be single, Mark, than it is for the ladies. Because you know at the wedding when they do the toss, and then the little, like, 8-year-old girl wins, and then everyone's like, oh, she's going to get married before you, Cindy. And you know Cindy's just like, oh, God.
By the way, the condom was so old.
How old was it?
It went better in rehearsal.
It was so old. It was so old an actual Trojan could have worn it.
Oh. Boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. I mean, I got to thank the team at theendurancekarting.com, Fox Charlotte, WCCB, Bay Hackle Communications, FoxCharlotte.com, Glee, Simpsons, Cart, for all the work they did.
1, 2, 3, there it is, like that.
After some time on the ropes, it was time for me to actually take a hit.
Oh!
You don't need to laugh that hard, Eva. I know you're really worried about me. I will be fine, Eva. Thanks for asking.
Buy my new book, A Stinky Rotten Pile of Grouse.
I'm just a furry monster, Mr. O'Reilly. He's kind of scared.
Top Gun took you on a highway to the danger zone.
And now John Wilson is cruising over to the safety zone.
I gave you a birthday present. You didn't give me one.
He was beefing it up for like 2 weeks.
I'll let the family feud continue while we do forecast on the fours here right now. Mommy and Daddy are fighting. That front gets closer, we could start to see some showers and thunderstorms developing, but mainly in the mountains. The ground temperatures here are much cooler than they are on many roads, and that could lead to some icy spots, including a little bit of black ice, so we didn't have anything to really lift all of this moisture that we have at the surface to produce storms. As temperatures get hotter, the cars slow down. They also lose some grip, and they tend to gravitate to the high side. As track temperatures cool, speed increases, as does grip, and the low line is a better place to race. If the moon seemed a little bit bigger to you tonight, you're not going crazy. Clear skies are allowing us to see the biggest full moon of the year as it swings by the Earth at its closest distance. We're gonna get into the like totally groovy 60s, you guys, like peace and like love. Whether you're a Hank Hill with the best lawn in the neighborhood, or you're just trying to keep up, it's time to get back on track.
Derek James, Mr. Forecast himself.
What's with this Mr. Forecast? It's like Mr. Movie Phone. Your forecast is clear skies. We're expecting a temperature of 42 degrees.
You get up to the Broadway level and you get some of these divas and stars.
I've heard there are a few divas out there. There may be a couple. Not so much here, but it's more in here. That's my forecast for the day. I'll be dialing for another 20 minutes here. The search for two boys who disappeared on Lake Norman will resume this morning at 9. It happened yesterday near Blythe Landing County Park. The Cornelius Fire Chief tells us that 4 people got out of a rental boat to go swimming, but 2 boys, ages 11 and 17, didn't make it back. Fox Charlotte will be following this story all day long. One controversial law in Rock Hill is off the books while the city council reviews it. We're talking about the resisting police law. It allows officers to arrest people who don't follow simple commands. Opponents say it violates our basic rights under the U.S. Constitution. In your health headlines, it looks like the people at highest risk for contracting the AIDS virus live in low-income neighborhoods. Fox News says a government study finds HIV is most prevalent among the poorest people in these neighborhoods. They're twice as likely to contract the virus than people with more money in the same community. That full study will be released today. There's word that legendary UNC basketball coach Dean Smith is suffering from memory loss. The combination of towering shoes and a slippery runway surface created a nightmare situation for a few of these models. During one show, a few of the girls took a tumble in front of the crowd. Now, in their defense, folks running the show said that the runway had just been cleaned, apparently waxed, because it was pretty slick. And Anna, as a guy, I will never understand the high heels. I don't know how you guys walk in them. I don't know how you get your feet just scrunched and killed like that. It's one of the mysteries of the world if you're a man.
It's torture, which is why you have sitting shoes and standing shoes.
Okay, I got you now.
That's what I'm doing.
It is now 4 minutes after 6. Time to get a check of your forecast on the 4s this morning. And you know what the best thing is to keep yourself from having a lead foot? Have a child. As soon as you do that, I drive like a grandma now, Tara.
Aww.
You can't tell by looking at it, but the sun's rays are doing more than simply shining down on this Clover, South Carolina home. Don Poole's house, outfitted with solar panels and other equipment, is producing a lot of its own power.
I get mad when I see oil prices go up. I get mad when I see oil speculators jacking up the prices of this and coal people jacking up the price of that and putting it to the customer. And this time, the customer can put a little back to them.
Before the first solar panels went up, this space-age Reynolds wrap known as ThermaShield was installed in Don's attic to reflect heat out in the summer, in during the winter.
Unless your home's efficient and operating properly, you can generate all the solar energy you want. It's still going to be wasted.
Along with the solar electricity panels, Don has a solar hot water heater and a solar pool heater. That sound you hear right now is the water being pumped out of Don's pool up to the solar collectors. It's quickly warmed through the tubes, and then this is the exit tube right here. That warmer water is sent back out, and Don, with a thermostat for the water temperature, can set it to 87 or 85 degrees, even in March or April.
And so right now they've got it set on 85, and they've got 84 in the pool.
Tax credits pay for nearly half the cost of solar investments. The systems vary in how long it takes to pay off the rest.
The typical solar hot water system is going to pay for itself in about 5 or 6 years. The solar electric is going to pay for itself in about 9 to 10 years. And that's at today's price of energy.
Don's looking at the long-term savings, but so far,
saving at least 60% a month.
And he's proud to reduce his carbon footprint. Derek James, Fox News. They've accepted your request. Mom, Dad, you are now friends with your kids on Facebook. Did they do it because they had to, or are they more than willing to let you in on their life on the web?
My little sister complains every day and makes postings like, Mom, don't look at my page.
Audrey, on the other hand, takes having Mom as a friend in stride.
It's not anything that I would be embarrassed to hide from them, and I know everything they do, too.
Mom Connie Sampson says it's all in good fun. Have you ever posted anything that's embarrassed them, like whether it be a comment?
Oh, heck yeah, that's my job. Yeah, I'm supposed to post baby pictures.
She has a good back and forth with her college-aged kids.
Whenever they do something stupid, I just get them back. Yeah.
Other moms are part of a group called Hot Moms on Facebook. Embarrassing?
More power to them if they're hot moms. You know, there's a little bit of me that thinks that's just fine, but they should think about how their kids feel about that.
No, I like that my mom still looks good, and I want all my friends to see.
There's tweet ups, there's the search engine.
Social media expert Corey Creed says posts like Connie's and the Hot Moms are fine, but other parents are going too far.
Parents and grandparents are putting things online that they just plain shouldn't.
Like drinking wine out of a box, removing your daughter's cleavage with Photoshop, or looking for sugar daddies, a serious Facebook hoochie mama move.
Yeah, hoochie mama is soliciting. If you want to pick up, go to a bar. You know, your kid don't have to be exposed to it.
And neither should anyone else. Some kids, many of them college-age, have taken a more proactive approach to the parents on Facebook problem, setting rules for mom and dad.
She has made it clear to me from long ago that Facebook is like a cocktail party where you do not discuss certain things.
Andrea Crusen's daughter sets other restrictions for her.
I don't write publicly on her wall. I can send her a private message, and that's okay, but I need to be careful about it. Her reputation.
Bottom line, if you don't want to see it on their Facebook page, they don't want to see it on yours. Derek James, Fox News.